Yeah, and this stream's gonna be a little different. So I'm not planning on playing tonight. I'm really just working on Roulette Buddy. So anybody who is interested and has some ideas for features that they'd like to see, they can shout them out. You're free to leave if this is not your thing. I get it. Tonight we're just gonna be nerding out. So yeah. So if you have any ideas for Roulette Buddy, anything that you hate about it, you want me to change, go feel free to throw it in there. Also dibs. All right. Yeah, this is what I do on the weekends. I sit here and I try to make Roulette Buddy as good as possible. Sometimes I think the work that I put in, I think sometimes I go backwards. So really, I don't love the way the triggers look anymore. I like the added functionality, but also I kind of hate it. I want it to get a little more simple, kind of back to what it was, while also allowing the user to make changes to the trigger without actually having to go into the trigger page. So I don't know. I'm just kind of coming up with some ideas tonight. Definitely a different type of stream. Oh, that looks gross. Yeah, we definitely don't like that. Probably don't need the description. But what do I want? I'd like to be able to change the threshold from the main menu, from the main page. That's one thing I want to see. I want to be able to disable the trigger. But I want it to be better than it is currently. What if we just did? Okay. Oh God. So we need to figure out how to make it a minimum width. I don't know why it keeps shrinking like that. So I might just end up making it a fixed width. Save myself the headache. So the container, I've got to set it to width of 1 I think in order for it to look decent on both mobile and desktop. What's up, GM? Got a different stream going on tonight. We're working on Roulette Buddy. That's literally all I'm doing. I figured I'd bring you guys along if you wanted to see the pain that I go through. Sorry if you guys, this isn't your thing. I get it. You don't have to stick around. Our regularly scheduled programming will be back on Monday. So my dilemma here is that I don't love the first of all, I don't love this. I wish we could have 2 here. I don't think this looks good. I don't love that switch being on the left side of the trigger. I think it just I don't know. I don't love it. It's almost like I want to be able to enable the trigger and disable it. I want to be able to change the threshold from here. I don't love this enabled, disabled. It was cool in theory, and I started using it, and I'm not a fan of it. I'm just struggling to find a way to make it better. I would almost like different, I don't know what you want to call them, profiles or groups or whatever. And I can, you know, so if I have a set of triggers that I like using on a specific table, then I can have a group for those. And I can just click the group and all my triggers are there. I don't have to move anything around. But I want it to be easy to do and intuitive. I'm struggling to figure out how to do that. Let's go to one. Yeah, if only. I almost want a different layout completely for mobile, which is kind of a pain. I have to handle two different code. So this looks better, I think. What do you guys? Anybody that's there, what do you guys think? I like having two columns here. I think that's much better than just having one. That already looks better to me. I want to rock with that. But now what I'm thinking is like a menu that I can like a quick menu. Something like this. Let me wrap this in a row. Just rapidly prototype this real quick. I'm looking for like an let's see, icon button. Something like a menu. I'm looking for like a 3 dot. What would that be called? Maybe menu? It's like this, but it's not a hamburger menu. It's 3 dots. And I just maybe. God, what is it? Option? No. This is what I really spend most of my time on, is looking for the right icon. Hoping it'll just jump out at me. What's up, Jen? I like 2 columns too. Good. Glad. So we are having so much fun tonight. We're going to be This is what I do on a typical. Yeah, this is what I do on a typical Saturday night, Sunday night. So you guys can see how exciting my evenings are. So I'm just looking for a quick little menu thing here. Like I'm looking for 3 dots. It's not really super important. Just grab something just to, as a placeholder. I think that's what I'm about. Whatever. We'll just pick this pencil. So the idea being that I would click this and it would, let's see. Alert. Just do. Aha. I want it to align. I want it to pop up. Like you click it and it just pops up right next to the current widget. All right, but I guess I have component. Okay. Like quick menu. All right, so the idea here is that we're just gonna have a simple container. And we'll just throw a text box in there for now that just says test. Okay, center it. All right, so the idea here is that we've got our triggers and we can click this little menu button and a quick menu will pop up, and I want to be able to adjust the threshold. I want to be able to disable, enable, and then I guess maybe have an option to delete, option to edit. You know, I think it would just be more intuitive that way. So let's give that a go. Let's see if that at least works. Baby steps. Turn off the sound for disabled triggers. Oh, is that a? I didn't expect that to be an issue. Yeah, I can look at doing that. All right, this is very gross looking, I know, but that's exactly what I'm looking for. Click the menu, and then we have a few options to choose from. That's actually, I like that a lot. So let's make that look better. This pencil has to go, I know that, but deal with it for now. Music's not going with my vibe here. I want something chill. Okay, so I want this to be space between. All right, when this pops up, quick menu. All right, so what do we want in the quick menu? Real quick, we can adjust the threshold. Let's do that. Here, and then we'll do this. Let's make this contain. All right, so we counter, and then we have our threshold, and we have we want to do a row here. Text. Enabled. Throw the switch in there. And then we want to do, just do like a button to delete. Bottom, and then button to edit. Edit. And that'll take us to the other page that we're familiar with. Column, we'll just separate everything out. It's good enough for now. This will be to access the variable. But don't. Anyway, we'll deal with that later. All right, let's see what that looks like. It's not an issue. I was just curious if it could be done. Yeah, yeah, probably pretty easily. I'll add that. I'll mark that down now. Let me get through what I'm working on currently. I can look at that. So we don't want to have sound for disabled triggers. Yeah, that's probably pretty simple. I didn't even think to do anything with that whenever I added that feature. So thanks for letting me know. I spent my Saturday ripping servers out of a data center, so I'm a nerd too. Nice. Out of practice with C, but I didn't get. Oh jeez. It took me half a C programming class. Oh man, yeah, C is a different animal. So this is nice. So I used to make apps, you know, with just in code, but I've got this really handy tool now that allows me to do a lot of the UI stuff, as you've seen, pretty easily. So now we've got this. That's okay. I wanted to kind of just pop up right here. I mean, that's better. I think that's better. I think it's either here or I just add those. I just make these triggers taller, these buttons taller, and just have everything together. What's this look like? That's even worse. Oh, what if... I wonder. Nah, I don't like that. Oh yeah, this is great. So this is Flutterflow, and what you can do, I've made a bunch of different apps with it. I think it's primarily meant to be for mobile, but they recently put out web support, so you can slap together a website pretty quickly too. what I love about it is I'm able to rapidly prototype and test and develop, and then I can deploy it easily as well. So you have to pay a little bit of money. I pay about $130 a month for it, but to me it's worth it because I'm just a one-man show, so I'm able to do kind of a lot with minimal effort. So to me it's worth it. I have a few other apps that I work on too. Not much these days, but there's no way I'd be able to manage everything without it. So, all right, what I'm thinking is I actually don't like that. The menu, the quick menu, I don't like it as much as I thought I would. I kind of want to have everything available for me to just quickly click it. So for example, if I want to run all of my even money bets, I want to lower the trigger or the threshold to 3 for all of them, just for example, I can just do that quickly. I don't have to click on each one. You know, I don't have to click on it, go change it, save it, click on it. From the home screen here, I can just change the threshold of any trigger that I want to really quickly. So it's almost like, yeah. All right, let's try this. Sometimes things look a lot better in my head. I put it out there and it's like, yeah, that's not good. I think this is going to be better. I don't need this. What music am I listening to now? Okay, continue. All right. What if we just put everything like this? Just see how bad this looks. Kind of coming up with some ideas right now. Button in there. Throw another. Let's wrap that in a row too. Button in there. Take a look. Painter obviously needs to be bigger. Let's say one. Yuck. 100. Actually, we probably don't need that. It's up here. Button. Well, if I do that, minor. No, I could probably get away with. Right. And that. Let's see what if we did. Did it really? Disgusting color. And we can delete it quickly. Okay. I like it. Put it in the center. Okay. Actually, what if we brought this down in there and we kind of did it like that? Interesting. Okay. $75? Maybe? Where's my name at? Column, center. Alright, let's take a look at this. See if this looks any better. Sometimes, in a weird way, I have more fun with this. I've always liked creating tools to make things easier. Sometimes I have more enjoyment out of making the tool than doing the actual thing the tool is designed to make easier. As weird as that sounds, but I think I like this better. Let's see what this looks like. See what you guys think. You can be honest, if it's terrible, I'll get rid of it. We're just kind of prototyping right now. Ugh. Okay, well, first of all, terrible colors. This is where you get to see my OCD kick in a lot. Let's make that cool secondary color. Yeah, so we can... Thing is, though, you'd have to know what that toggle switch is for. If you're new to the app, you may not know, and I don't love that. I want this to be, you create an account, you open it up, and you can hit the ground running. Okay. Thoughts? What do we think? Something like this. What do you guys think of this? Right? I think it looks good. And I don't have to go... Oh, you know what? I totally forgot the threshold thing. Oopsies. Let's throw that in there real quick. Like one of the main things I wanted, I totally forgot to put in there. Counter. Here. I want this to be above that. We're definitely gonna have to make this taller. I think we're gonna have to make the name a little bit bigger. Now I'm just getting nitty gritty, I know. Forgive me. Container at 100. Ooh, 120. I hate how big this is. 16. I want this to be. There we go. Let's say 120. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Take a look at this. What's up, K-Dub? Welcome to the nerd stream. Yeah, so that's the next thing I'm going to check, Jen. Usually whenever I get it desktop friendly, I'd click over to mobile and it's god awful. Oh, okay, that's definitely got to be smaller. Well, let's take a look at mobile real quick. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's not where I want it, but it's bad. Okay, can I make this not as tall? Yes, I can. All right, 30. There we go. That's so much better. Golly. Okay, and then let's make this. Let's space this out a little better. Make the text a little bit smaller. I don't think it needs to be 18. If I can make this switch smaller, believe me, I would. Yeah, let's take a look at that. I gotta. I like this. I like where this is going. I didn't like the quick menu. I don't like the single switch on the left side. I think that looks gross. K-Dub, so we're making some changes to Roulette Buddy tonight. So if you're here to see some gambling, not the night. and I would understand if you had to skedaddle. This is not entertaining for everyone. I understand that. You guys are still welcome to gamble anchor points. Feel free to do so. Yeah, but I really I wanted to bring you guys in and see kind of behind the scenes what goes on with Roulette Buddy. And get some of your ideas, your feedback instantly. If you want to stay and help out, that'd be great. All right, so I'm curious to see how this looks here. How's that? Can you see that? All right, so I like this. Still, okay, it is still working. Cool, good. Now I obviously need to get the thresholds showing properly, but I like where we're at here. A little much on the color. I could probably do without the red and the green on the pencil, but I like this because I can quickly go in here and say, all right, I want all my even money bets, boom, boom. You know, I want them all to be threshold of 2. You know what I mean? Easy. I don't have to go into each one individually, update it, save it, and come back. And I really like this a lot. I've wanted this for a minute. See what it looks like on mobile. Yeah, mobile looks fine. And we need some more spacing between, especially for me. I like to fat finger. But I like this. What do you guys think? I think we got the right idea here. We're getting closer. Yeah. Let's update some of this stuff. So threshold we'll have to pass in. Oh, we did pass in. Perfect. So I can access that. Initial count. Trigger. That's good. That's already done for us. I love that. I think I'm just going to change these to be white. Because a little much when we've got all that color going on. This container is still working. Okay, perfect. This is going to be the enabled value. So we can go to trigger, say data structure field. We can say enabled. So that'll reflect what we have saved, true or false. Perfect. So now we should be updated. Let's see what it looks like. Better. Yeah, so the white icons is way better. So we now have the threshold showing properly. So that's what I was talking about. So I have all of my even money bets at 7. I can just be like, bam, 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 bam. Actually, I haven't set it 5. This is just a different account. But anyway, you get the idea. I can go in here quickly and change these on the flizzy. Oh, I love this. You guys like this? I hope you do, because I think this is going to stick. Ooh, a meteor shower. What do you guys think? Is this good? Am I way too excited about this? I think this is awesome. 7. Look at that. I can just easily save them and then make sure those persist. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I like it too. All right, I'm making sure that it persisted, so I have it coded right. Okay, it did persist. No, it didn't persist. Well, that's an issue. So we'll fix that. Let's go ahead and fix that now. All right, so whenever I change those values, That's probably why. I've got this somewhere else. Add trigger this. I can just steal this. And where's the hell? Oh, I got it going here. There we go. Whenever I click that button, I'm updating the trigger. Okay. Okay, so I gotta do that. Jeez. Well, that's more of a pain than I thought it was gonna be. Okay. Let's go ahead and get that figured out. Do that. Action block. Update trigger. Click it. We're gonna update the trigger. We have to pass all of these things in. Kind of a pain. Trigger we're passing it, obviously. This is kind of the pain in the butt here, but gotta click a few buttons. Name, threshold, that is what changes. So we need to get widget state, count control. Change that, something more helpful for future me, because I'll come along later and look at this and be like, what the hell is count controller? Okay. This is threshold. C. No, not CC. Threshold. Sometimes when you code, you have to slow down. I say code loosely. You have to slow down and think, is future me going to know what's going on? No? Okay, well, let's make a comment or let's do something to let future me know, to give future me a break and not be confused. All right, streak, trigger. This is the whole thing, right? So whenever we update this threshold, not only do we need to update it locally, but we have to update it in the database. So that's why we have to kind of go through this whole rigmarole. Luckily, I've created kind of these helper functions that I can just reuse over and over. But it's still, you know, you got to go through the motions, and because a trigger is like, if any of you guys are coders, you know what objects are. Trigger is like an object, so anytime I pass it, I have to make sure all the attributes are passed along with it. It doesn't just inherently do that. So anyway, I may be getting too far in the weeds, but if you like this kind of talk, this is I'm literally, whatever's in my head right now, I'm just spewing it out. Ooh, that was the wrong field. Private. That could have been a bug that I would spend hours trying to find. Pay attention here. App state. Trigger number. Let's see. No, the numbers. Be. Yeah, it's already in there. All right, perfect. All right, so let's just sanity check here. Trigger numbers, trigger enabled, trigger private, trigger streak, trigger description, trigger threshold, trigger name, and the trigger itself. Okay, I think we're good. Bam. I'm surprised we have 6 viewers right now. I was expecting to have 0 viewers, so this is exciting. All right, so if I update black to 8, what the hell? Why would it turn? That's weird. Anyway, let's figure that out later. All right, so I changed this value to 8. Let me reload it, make sure it's still 8. No, we did that right, at least. Skip, what's going on, buddy? So Skip's one of my army buddies from back in the day. So I am working on Roulette Buddy. So this stream's different. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is our regularly scheduled degenerate streams where we gamble. But tonight, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna work on Roulette Buddy, and I'll give people a chance to see what it is I do when I work on this tool. So if you're a nerd, you'll like it. If not, I get it. I get it, and it's not for everybody. But thanks for being here, man. Did you finish your homework? All right, so we got that working. All right, so now the threshold is persisting, so that's good. What is not good? Actually, I guess that is working. I was gonna say what's not working is the color, yellow and green. Let's go ahead and clear everything out. Okay, so let's set the threshold of black to 3, for example, and then we'll play. That should be yellow. This should be green right here. All right, perfect. So everything's working as expected. Good, good. All right, I love this already. So I like this a lot, guys. What do you think? Is this intuitive? Sometimes when it's intuitive to me, it's not intuitive to other people. Is there anything I can do different here? I like it. We've got the name. At a glance, we've got the name. We've got the threshold that we can change really quickly. We can enable, disable. That's not working. I'll have to fix that. We can edit. That's not working. We can delete. That also is not working. But I think that's all we'd want. So when I actually go look at it, we don't want to have all this. If you want to change the numbers, you want to change the criteria, like miss, hit, description, yeah, you're gonna have to click into it and do that. But I think the big ones that we want to have access to are here. Or am I missing some? Oh, good. Undelete. Oh. Like if somebody accidentally clicks it. It's easier for me to do a like this whenever somebody clicks that to do a prompt. Easier for me to do that than and make sure that the user wants to delete it versus an undo. That suffice? Yeah, confirm. All right, perfect. I can do that really easily. Okay, and how does it look mobile? This is what it would look like mobile. We good with that? I think this looks good. So here's a question. When we're in mobile view, do we want the whole page to scroll down, or are we good with this separation here? Kind of on the fence with it. I initially thought I always want to have access to these numbers up here, but whenever we have it down here, it kind of just feels kind of cramped. I wonder if we can do something in this area to make it give us a little more view of our triggers. Right now we can only see like 6.5. You like the separation? Okay. So maybe I'm overthinking that one. So this will work. I think this is good. Yeah. Oh, what? So when you say active, are you talking about the, like, in this case, black? Or, so are you talking about active or enabled? Oh, I see what you're saying. You only need to see the active ones. So yeah, the fact that we only see 6 is okay because in theory, we're not really going to have that many active at one time. I got you. I got you. I think I see what you're saying. To show the active ones. I think this is already better, but here's the thing. What's up, Scott? So when you're new to the app, yeah, so what do we think about this? Created at, threshold name, sorting. Do you guys use that? Yeah, I wish there was enough real estate to show all 36. I agree. Agree. Well, first things first, do you guys use this drop down here? Because I got to be honest with you, I never use it. And if it doesn't get used, there's no point in having it. But also, while we're thinking about that, if I'm a new person coming to the app, I'm not going to know what any of this is. I mean, I'll understand what edit and delete is, but I won't know what this is doing. I won't know what this is doing. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Well, we'll keep that in there. I'm just trying to get some more real estate. That's all. I don't know. Part of me's like, I can just do a quick how-to video and people will figure it out. You know, because if I start crowding this with like giving it a label of threshold, giving this a label of enable, disable, it'll just look cluttered. I like this minimalist, clean look that it has. So I think we're just gonna rock this. Yeah. We're just gonna rock that. All right, so let's change all these to 5. Make sure that everything persists the way it's supposed to. Yeah, I can totally do that. Yeah, just hide it in phone view. It's a good idea. All right, everything stayed at 5, so we're good there. So now I gotta figure out these buttons on the bottom, get those working. But first, let's go. Oops. So this should be in a row. Yeah, so I can have this row only visible for depth. And what I can do, have this kind of on top of it. Let's see. We can wrap this in a stack. Throw these icons, these choice chips over here. And we'll make these only visible mobile. These only visible on desktop. All right, let's run that. Let's see what that looks like. All right, let's see. Sometimes it doesn't catch the recent update, so I might have to refresh it again. All right, so that's what it looks like. Where are my triggers at? Oh God. What have I done? First things first. Voice chips here. Okay. Must have done something. This is... Yeah. Okay, I don't know why it's not showing it. Yeah, something's missing. Yeah. Maybe that was just a glitch. Alright, so I like this a lot better. Obviously, we're missing triggers, but instead of having the drop down here, having these here, I think it's a little better. So we go to desktop. Yeah, nothing changes here. This is what we expected to see, but for some reason, oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, this looks better. You guys think? I think this looks better already. Looks a lot less crammed. Getting rid of that drop down. And now they're not working. What the hell? Okay. Yep, I had to fix that. Okay, this looks better. I like this. Okay, so let's get things working, shall we? So that works. Sure, this still works. That's not working. Yeah, it is. Okay. Sometimes I just have a habit of breaking things. All right, so this is definitely not working. All right, let's get that fixed. Well, that's why. There's no... It didn't bring along my actions. Oh. Tripping? I have some actions here based on what we click. See. Am I having a stroke? Here? What? What? I'm having a moment. Something is not working as it should. Scott came up with a new system today. What you got? Okay, so disabled, enabled. Okay. It's working as it should. Problem is, I don't know how it's working. Because I should have some type of action flow when those buttons are pressed. And for some reason, I'm not seeing where that action flow is. Ooh. confused. Maybe I need to refresh. A glitch. Okay. Here. I don't understand. How is that working? There's no action. What on earth? Oh, maybe. Oh, okay. Let's see. What do we have? Enabled equals false. Okay. Maybe that's the. This is not doing. No, definitely is. Ah. I got it. That's what it is. So we have two different choice chips now. So these are mobile. That's what the issue is. So if I go here and change, enabled. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, Randy did get a milli. Kind of like the TV one from last night. It's 15 unit. We have 12 break evens, 5 donks, and rest pay 3 units. Okay. Oh, here we go. I got it. That's what the problem was. Okay, so if I had another set of choice chips and I have to duplicate this, this is slowly becoming a nightmare. What if I did it? I changed up the way I'm doing it. Yeah, open. So good. Yeah, probably the easiest way to do it would date, like a page date kind of variable. Let's create enabled Boolean initial value true. Confirm. Now we've got this wrap container. We'll do it this way. So if page state enabled equal false. What do you mean? I'll just if See how much of a headache this all is? Page state enabled true. Perfect. All right, so now we go back here and we have to change this around. Need this to. All right, unselected. Well, I guess we'll have to have a conditional. If widget state what's it? Okay. If voice chip equal to yeah. Page state of view true. Perfect. Copy this, paste it, change it to false. So essentially, when we click enabled, that'll set the page state to enabled, thus changing what triggers we show. Yeah, I think that'll work. We'll do the same thing. Just copy. Do the same thing on new mobile choice chips. Paste. The only difference is that a choice chips it'll be mobile. Oh, confirm. All right, let's see if we didn't break it. We probably did. While that loads. Oh, geez. Hey, Mike, what's going on, man? Welcome. Yeah, we got a little bit of a different stream going on tonight. We're nerding out. Credit card out for Tinker Points. Oh, gee. So the bot was being mean, huh? Hopefully we didn't mess it up too bad here. Ah. Don't get it twisted. Let's see. Oh God. Well, that's not working. Is this one even working? Okay, this one's working. But still, let me refresh. Make sure those changes got added. Now there's still a lot of things that I can't quite do in the UI. So we do have some, these are called custom actions and custom functions. So there definitely is some code hanging out, but very minimal. This is the longest one. This is 30 lines of code, nothing crazy. So yeah, most of it's in the UI. So very cool. All right, here we go. Let's go back to mobile. Are we working? Ha 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 ha. I'm a genius. All right, so we got that working. Desktop is working. Perfect. Created at threshold. Everything's still working. Perfect. All right, now we need to get these 3 buttons down here working. Yeah. No time like the present. I got to get all this put back together. Okay. This is going to be our enabled, disabled switch. Pretty straightforward. We just have to do Update action. I wonder if I could copy somewhere else. All right, let's update the trigger. Pass all these things in here. Pain in the butt. Yeah, I can. Actually, hold up. Get rid of that. I should be able to copy from here, right? Copy this action. Paste it. All right, so everything's the same. Threshold is going to be actual threshold. Trigger. Where's the trigger at? Do I have access to the trigger? Good. Component parameters. There it is. Data structure field. So we want to keep the threshold the same. We really only need to adjust the enabled value. That will be widget date. Yeah, threshold count per. Oh, happening. I don't want this additional. We just. Oh, dummy. Okay, we got it. We're good. Enabled is now good. Okay. This is our edit button. And this simply will just take us to another page, so we can just navigate to add trigger page. And that should be, what do I have to pass? We have to pass the trigger, which is easy. Done. Now we got to convert it to JSON. Is web development. All things JSON. Okay. Now delete. That would be pretty simple. I think we've got, if I push and hold this container, I already have that as an option. So we probably want to get rid of this on long press, because we won't need it anymore. So what we'll do is cut this action chain and then attach it to this button. I don't have an option to paste. There we go. Okay, so confirm. We want to delete. Yeah, we do. Delete stroke. Everything's already done for us. Sweet. I think we're done. All right, I think we're good now. So if I click delete, do I want to delete third column? No, I don't, but I guess I could test it. Yeah, this is my test account. Perfect, okay. All right, so we're gonna delete third column, and does that work? Sure does. So delete's working now. Edit should take us to the page. Perfect. Second column will disable. That's not working. Okay, I think I know what it is though. We just need to go and update the app. That's exactly what it is. So anytime you update a value, when you're dealing with mobile and web, well, I guess any app, state management's very important. So you have to let the page know that a value changed, so it knows to refresh the page. That's all we have to do. Just go to state management, update, rebuild. Let's just rebuild all the pages. Why not? We'll use all the cycles. Okay, so we should be good now with that, at least. Okay, so now when I disable, okay, well, let's reload one more time just to make sure. Look at our console here, make sure we're not getting any weird errors. These are normal. Those out. Okay, so whenever I disable this, it should go away. It's not though. Disabled again, second column. Nope, okay. Well, what is going on? When I click it, we're gonna update the trigger. Enabled value and I don't know what's going on. Update app state is firing. Yeah, I mean, we really shouldn't. That's kind of overkill. We shouldn't have to build all the pages. Oh, I'm all. That's why. On toggled on and then on toggled off. I have to have it for both of them. Good lord. Carry that. All right, good. Now we should be cooking with some grease. Okay, darken the yellow so the white text is legible. I'm with it. Do that now while it's thinking. So this yellow is conditional. It's kind of the generic yellow warning, but you want to darken it? Okay, let's go something like this. Down around here. We'll give that a go, see what it looks like. I'm with it. Okay. So let me make sure this disabled's working. Perfect. So now we've got disabled working the way it's supposed to. Good. Double check mobile. Black 19 through 36. Good. Perfect. That's so much better. Okay, so let's make one of these turn yellow. How's that yellow look? Is that the new yellow? I can't tell. It's so close. Yeah. So if I go in here, I guess we can go back to warning, and then I can just simply go here. Probably right around there. You think it's more of like a gold kind of? It's probably a little better, huh? See what that looks like. Make that a little bigger. How's that? Is that yellow better? I think that looks good. And of course that's what our green looks like. I think the green looks good. That's not too hard on the eyes there. How's that yellow? I think that yellow looks good. Okay, perfect. Good. The mobile looks good. We've gotten rid of the sorting, so it makes it, I think, a lot better, less busy. So yeah, so now we can quickly go in here and just change these around. I love that. I think that's way better. Yeah. All right, and then we got desktop version. Zoom out a little bit. Yeah, this looks great. I think that's all I'm going to do for tonight. The next thing that I want to do is set up some profiles up here. Groups, profiles, whatever you want to call them. Instead of just having only enabled, disabled, we've got use case for me, stake. I can call it like stake better table. And that's the table that I normally play at. And then I can have like the stake 1 table. And I would play different triggers at each table. Kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. Or another example, if you go to the casino, the brick and mortar, and you just simply want to play different triggers there than you do online. Oh, here's a good example. So online, you only have like 2 seconds to place a bet. So maybe you only have triggers that are, 1 or 2 chips. And you can have those all in a profile or all in a group or whatever you want to call it. Instead of enabling and disabling and, re-enabling and re-disabling for whatever, whatever session you want to play. I just thought it would be handy to have like an enable all, disable all option somewhere. Right, exactly. Yeah. So definitely want to work on that next session. I'm kind of wrapping up for the night here. I just want to get this completed. I'm going to do some regress testing on this and make sure that we're good. I think we're good, but I just need to make sure. Now, the thing is, if somebody downloads this or somebody signs up and uses it for the first time, I think they'll be a little overwhelmed. But I also think well, I can update. I can do another how-to video with this layout and walk people through it. But I think this will be pretty obvious once they click it. Pretty obvious that's disabling and enabling. Now the threshold might be a little confusing if you've never messed around with the thresholds before. Delete's pretty self-explanatory. Edit, pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, I think we're okay. Not yet. Not yet. I can easily port these to Android and iOS. The only thing stopping me is I just didn't want to have to manage 2 more platforms. It's one of those things, man. Like when I every time you push updates to mobile, you have to compile the code, you have to submit it to the respective store, get it approved, and have it get pushed out. If there's a bug, you got to rinse and repeat. This is more rapid. I can easily just deploy a fix. Good to go. Only one platform. Every device has a web browser. But I get it. People want the app. So that may be coming sooner rather than later. Like once I get to a point here with Roulette Buddy where I'm done tweaking every week, it's got everything that I want it to have and everything that you guys want it to have, then I can say, okay, I can start working on porting it over to Android and iOS. And it really won't be a huge job. It'll just be better whenever I'm not pushing updates pretty much every week. That makes sense? There's just one of me, so I don't want to get in over my head and start pushing out, 2 additional platforms, and worst case, everything goes awry, and then I'm just inundated with work. I don't want to get there just yet. So hopefully you can understand that. So I'm thinking maybe early next year I can start thinking about putting out an app. And it would be, and another thing I have to consider is I have to look at what Apple and Google say about me bypassing their in-app purchases. So typically when you make an app, you have, in-app purchases that people could make. and Apple takes their 30%, Google takes their 30%, whatever. Well, here, I wouldn't be using the Apple and Google in-app purchases. I'd be using the Stripe integration that I have with this app. So I don't know how that would look. I might, I'm actually, that could open a whole can of worms. I guess a user would have to sign up using the web first so they can create an account and all that happiness, and then they would be able to log in with the app. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, exactly. They're going to scoop 30%. There's a way to go about it because, for example, Fortnite, they get around it. But I don't know if they have some kind of special deal with Google and Apple that allows them to do so. I don't know. Yeah. That's a problem for another day. Yeah. Exactly. All right, good. I'm glad you guys get it. But this is cool. I like this a lot better. This is what I was wanting, and I couldn't quite envision it. This is good. This is good. Yeah. It look like on tablet. What you would. Yeah, that's all I got. I think we're good. I'm gonna continue doing some testing. And once I'm confident this is not gonna completely shit the bed, I will push it out and you guys will see it. They'll go live tonight. I need to do some regress testing. So not regress, egress testing. And make sure that all the functions are doing what they're supposed to do and there's nothing not happening that I don't see. Because worst case, I don't want everybody losing, like stuff getting deleted or shifted or whatever. That would be bad. Give me an hour or two and it'll probably be live. Oh, that was what I was gonna do. So with these trigger alerts, we don't want the disabled ones to make noise, obviously. So let's see what that looks like. Oh God. What have I done? Just vomiting error messages. That might be okay though. Set state called after dispose. That's not. All right. Anyway, if I disable even, for example, and we clear everything down here. Down 3. We'll do. Okay. That we don't want that because it's disabled. So how do I fix that? Homepage. So these buttons triggers that. Okay. So this should be pretty easy. If trigger alert is enabled, we make a noise, but we also need to make sure that the code. Any that are any active. No place. Okay, that's the problem. We need this to be active and enabled. Activated. Triggers, item and list. So these are actually triggers. Okay. Okay, activated. Any active that. What? So this is a list of Boolean. I wish current me knew what past me was doing, because I don't know. What was I thinking when I did it this way? A mapping to list item. Item list. So I need to evaluate more than just that field. How do I do it? Well, so, I think, let's see. No, that would. This is proving to be more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I'm limited. I don't want to have to create a whole new function just for this. I'd like to be able to do this in the GUI. I don't think how I would do it. I need to access two attributes. Both need to access activated and enabled. So right now it makes noise if the trigger is activated, which is what we want. However, we only want it to make noise if the trigger is both activated and enabled. If it's disabled, we don't want to hear it. Okay, I can't wrap my head around it tonight, so that'll be a problem for another day. I haven't had enough coffee for that one. All right. Here's what we're gonna add it. Add it to this board here, so I remember it. Well, I say that. Working. Come on, buddy. Okay. Add one. Let's go ahead and. I'm not doing that. Alert. All right. We stand there. And Gucci. We'll start working on that probably tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to test this, make sure that we're good to go before I push it. But this is the new UI. I like it. Really like the mobile. It looks clean. Yeah, I hope it's not too small. I guess we'll find out. Yeah. All right. I think that's going to be it for the stream, guys. I'm going to push this out here in the next hour or so. So you guys will be able to see it. Let me know if you have any issues with it. And thank you for coming along with me on this fun journey this evening. This is a typical Saturday night for me, so thanks for sticking around. Yeah, of course. Yep, no worries. All right, you guys have a good rest of the weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. All right, have a good night. Bye.